Number one question that I get: do I think now is a good time to become a loan officer? If you want to know my opinion, stay tuned. This video has been kindly sponsored by Nordic Naturals. If you know me, then you know I'm super into health, and this is something that I can't live without in my own regimen. Nordic Naturals high quality omega-3s are now available at Walmart. Nordic Naturals is actually the #1 omega-3 supplement in the US. Now, omega-3s are really important in your everyday life because it supports brain health, heart health, and immune support. And what's cool is that Nordic's omega-3s have a fresh lemon taste. So hit your nearest Walmart to try out these Nordic Naturals omega-3s. Thank you so much to Nordic Naturals for sponsoring this video. Hey honeybees, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, my name is CIARA and I do videos on finance and lifestyle. I'm a full-time mortgage loan officer and YouTuber, and I've helped thousands of people to buy homes and to build wealth, so I take what I know and I share it with you in hopes you will build wealth also. Okay, today is a much anticipated video, and that is because it is the #1 question that I get about being a loan officer. Is now a good time to become a loan officer? Loan officers are seeing that their business is slowing down, and they're seeing interest rates skyrocketing and a variety of obstacles to being a really successful loan officer right now. So the main question is now a good time to become a loan officer? If you want to know my opinion, stay tuned. Okay, in my humble opinion, whether or not now is a good time to become a loan officer depends on a variety of factors. So here we go. The first factor it depends on is the employer. Are you looking to be employed by a broker or a bank? The reason this matters is the training and how thorough it is. This is so important when becoming a loan officer. This is another reason why I say if you are a entry-level loan officer right now, I would recommend getting employed with a bank first, because you will receive more in-depth training, more hands-on training, more structured training, as well as more structured pay. Okay, number 2, it depends on, you're looking at either a commission versus salary position, or ideally right now you want to go with a position that's going to give you a salary with a commission on top. A broker is more than likely going to have you on a fully commissioned pay structure versus a bank that's going to give you a base salary with bonuses based on how many loans you close. If you are looking to have a stable form of income, I would recommend right now to get employed by a bank as opposed to a broker. Just because, like I said, with a bank, you're more likely to have stable income versus a broker. To me, that's the most stable form of income right now, as rates are changing and, housing trends are changing. I would say go for being with a company and becoming a loan officer if you can, with someone that's going to give you a stable pay structure. 3, it depends on location. Some things you'll want to think about considering the area if you're going to be a loan officer. Are you going to be covering an area that is highly populated? What are the real estate trends in this area now? Is there lots of new construction? What are the market trends in this area? What is the median house price in this area? All these are going to determine how often you're going to get business, especially in a slow market. So pay attention to the location that you're in, the states you're going to be covering. Yes, now's a good time to become a loan officer if you can get licensed in more than one state. That way you're not limited to one state. If there's a slow season, you can branch out to other states and other areas and connect with other realtors and referral partners, and that just helps you get more business. 4 is network. Your network is your net worth. Your network is your net worth. Becoming a loan officer or a new loan officer right now can still be lucrative if you have a strong network. Specifically, if you have a strong network of realtors And even more specifically, if you have a strong network of realtors willing to send you business. In a market like this, having realtor connections is vital. Realtors are going to be the gateway to helping you to maintain success in a declining market. So before you decide you're going to be a loan officer, think about how many realtors do you know? How many of these realtors that you know would send you business? How many realtors do you have access to that you could become referral partners with? If you have a strong network of referral partners and more specifically realtors, then yes, now's a good time to become a loan officer. And 5 is timing. The market right now is slowing for a lot of loan officers. So my advice is, if you do want to become a loan officer now, the upside to that is that a slower economy and a slower pace can give you a better opportunity to learn and train. If you jump into becoming a loan officer during peak home buying season, it can be really hectic. But if you are becoming a loan officer in a time when things are kind of balanced out or slow, this is going to give you that opportunity to enter into the industry in a very effective way. You're able to get, lots of training and spend lots of time studying and just really learning the business. Also, if you want to become a loan officer right now, especially if you want to work for a broker, I would advise making sure that you either have 6 months expenses saved or you have some form of a second income or a spouse. That way you can take the first 6 months, especially if you're a newbie, to learn the industry and not have as much pressure to close, so many loans, because you're not depending on it to feed your children or to clothe yourself or things like that. So I would say now is a good time to become a loan officer, timing wise, if you have a second form of income or 6 months expenses saved. Now, to round this out, overall, do I think now is a good time to become a loan officer? Yes. If you work for an employer with an excellent training program, there's a stable pay structure with a base income, or you have a second form of income, you're in a location where the market provides multiple opportunities to gain significant business, and if you have an extensive network to draw from, especially when business is slow. On the other hand, I do not think now is a good time to become a loan officer if training is lacking or unavailable with the specific employer you are wanting to work for, if the loan officer job is commission only and you have no other form of income or money saved or network to draw from to get business quickly. And the last reason that I don't think you should become a loan officer right now is if you are in a location or a market that is non-optimal for an entry-level loan officer. So that may include areas that are high-end commercial real estate or luxury real estate, any market where maybe there's not lots of home sales or the prices of the homes aren't enough to sustain a decent income. If you're just not in an area optimal for you to gain business, you do not want to become a loan officer right now. So that's my opinion on if I think now is a good time to become a loan officer. I do have a playlist for people that are interested in becoming a loan officer or currently loan officers. I have a video on what to do when business is slow, interview tips, questions and answers, and even how to get business and make money. If you feel like you really need more hands-on and one-on-one help that you can't get from my videos or Patreon, I do offer loan officer coaching. Check out my link below. You can get scheduled with me today. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not already, make sure to subscribe so you can see all of my videos and hit the bell button so you don't miss any. And thanks again to Nordic Naturals for sponsoring this video. I love you guys to the bank and back, and I will see you in my next video. You know what? I'm convinced that it is almost mandatory that every time I film, lawn mowing happens right in front of my house. Gotta love homeownership.